Welcome back to the 801 Diaries podcast. I'm Abby.
And I'm Emily.
How was your week, Emily?
You know, what happened this week?
This week was such a blur. I feel like
it's like next Thursday already.
Yeah, no, I
like
agree.
I don't know what day it is.
I agree.
What was my favorite thing this week?
Yeah.
What happened? Of course, I know what happened. We threw a baby shower for our sister-in-law.
This was going to be my favorite thing,
Okay.
too. We threw a baby shower for our sister-in-law. She's having a baby so soon.
So soon.
We're
Little Jim.
So excited.
Not his name, but that's what we call him.
That's what we call him. So very excited.
But yeah, no, that was my favorite thing.
It was a lot of fun.
It was just a lot of fun. Like, our cousins and our aunt and grandma came over, and it was just a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
I am going to toot my own horn here. I made probably one of the best,
coolest balloon arch in the whole entire world. It was so impressive.
Yeah.
So impressive. It was huge, had like a bajillion balloons in it.
I think it had,
and it was beautiful.
150 balloons in it.
It was like wildly impressive.
We can insert a picture.
We can insert a picture. It was beautiful.
Oh my gosh. So I'm pretty proud of that one.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part, was my balloon arch.
Your balloon arch. That was good. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my favorite thing too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time. We love a good baby shower.
It was just really fun. It was just like nice and relaxing, and it was like really fun to hang out with all of our family.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We played a bunch of games.
Yeah, we're a big bingo family, so at
Yeah.
these kinds of events or parties, we always play bingo.
Always.
So we had a baby bingo we played.
But like, you know those like creepy little 1-inch babies that people are hiding around houses for pranks? We used those as the things to mark off the bingo
as
cards.
the like chips.
It was so good.
It was so funny.
So we go
Very, very
all
funny.
out for a bingo game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was a blast. We made a bunch of fun food and just like hung out. It
a
was
good time.
pretty chill.
It was.
Yeah. Just ready for little Jim to come.
Yes, we're very, very excited for this baby. He's going to be the first
He's our first
niece / nephew.
Yeah.
Like
officially.
Yeah. Very excited.
So we're pretty stoked about it.
Yeah.
But
Very, very stoked.
yeah.
All right, so let's get into what we wanted to talk about today.
Let's do it.
So one big thing that has made me so excited that I feel like has kind of been this year in general, but like specifically this summer, pop music is back.
It is.
It is back, and it is thriving, and it's making me so happy because it died a long death for a while there.
Where did it go?
Like, it just disappeared.
Because like I don't even know. Like, where did it go? Because
it just stopped. People stopped releasing music, stopped
releasing pop music specifically. Because
like female pop artists went away, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it was so sad.
Yeah, this year with the releases and stuff that's happened, it reminds me of, I mean, it's probably 2011, maybe. It was the year that Katy Perry released California Girls.
That was such a good year.
But like, I feel like that was like the pinnacle of pop music, and I feel like we're kind of like re-entering that era a little bit.
I made a list of female pop artists who have or will release an album this year.
Okay, let's hear.
Taylor Swift,
We love.
which I will say Tortured Poet's not really a pop album, but kind of. But not really.
Not really.
But Taylor Swift in of herself.
Good album.
Yes. Oh, incredible
Jam.
album. Beyonce released an album. It was technically country, but
Hasn't
same
she
kind of
released?
thing.
Isn't it a 3-part album?
It might be.
I
really don't
think
know.
she's released 2 of the 3 parts.
Okay, that's probably true.
I'm not a Beyonce fan, but that's what I've heard.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Did she release Guts this year?
Yeah, I think
was that
it was
only
like
this year?
March, I think. If I remember
Oh my
right.
gosh! I thought
could
she
be totally wrong.
released
I
it
swear it was
17
March.
years ago.
Dua Lipa just released an album. Ariana Grande released an album.
Yep.
Sabrina Carpenter's releasing an album.
Yep.
Billie Eilish released an album.
Yep. Katy Perry's supposed to release an album.
in talks, or there's
Keeps
things-
talking about how she's having an album this year.
Yes, people also think Halsey might be releasing an album, but she's having some medical things. So
Didn't
who
she?
knows about
Yeah,
that?
she's releasing an album because
Yeah.
she like posted about it.
Yeah, like pop music is back. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have it back because I just feel like there was such a lack,
Yes.
and a hole in the market for so long. Like,
And I am a like chill folk relaxing music person
Not-
till the day I die.
Not necessarily even chill, depressing.
I love a sad song.
Depressing music till
I
she
love a
dies.
sad song. But like I love that kind of music so much. And so I feel like that's where I went for like years and years and years because
Yeah.
there just wasn't any good pop music.
No.
And I love good pop music.
There
but
wasn't
there just
any.
wasn't any. But it's back. I'm on a really big Chappell Roan kick right now.
She is.
I feel like she is what Lady Gaga was for a long time.
I get that.
And I'm so excited because I feel like we've been missing that because Lady Gaga got so normal. Like
She just got boring.
she got so boring. And
She
she's
became
so
an actor and
yeah.
is boring and
She's
is
so incredibly talented, but she got so boring. So it's
Yeah.
fun to see someone like
Step.
super avant-garde like that.
Yeah.
And releasing just like fun music.
and step into that kind of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that role. Yeah, that's really nice.
But it's been a good year.
Yeah, no.
Like I made a playlist that's called a glitter gel pen summer.
which is what this
Which is
should-
what it
like this
I
summer
just-
should be.
It's so exciting. I'm like so here for this resurgence of pop
I
music.
get
I feel
it.
like now that we're getting like tastes of it again, it's like this is what we've been
it's
missing.
like scratching the itch you didn't know
Yeah.
needed to be scratched, kind of a thing. Because I don't know if I noticed there was a big
it like went away. Yeah.
like a big hole, and it's just nice to have it back.
It's so nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think like to me, like a perfect pop album is Katy Perry's California Girls.
That is such a good album.
Like, oh my gosh, that literally is like one of my favorite albums of all time. That like I think that's just I like to me that I feel like she's a lot like Chappell Roan. Like I feel like they're very
I agree.
similar.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I like that. And so hopefully
Yeah. But like I remember back in 2020 when Dua Lipa released Future Nostalgia, and that was like the first taste of pop music we had in years,
forever.
and we burned through that album. Like burned through it.
So hard.
That is like in my top 10 favorite albums of all time.
It is so good.
Such a good album. I remember because it came out, I want to say in like May or something of 2020.
Yeah, it was
like
pretty early on.
It was a time when we needed just something fun. Like everything was so depressing and so
depressing.
like
Oh my gosh.
like just gray, that this like super fun album,
And like it's just an album full of bops.
like hit after
oh my
hit after
gosh.
hit. That is such a great album. And so like I feel like that was like a little taste we got, and then it went away, and then now like all of the pop princesses are coming out with music,
yeah.
and I am so
We needed that.
excited.
Yeah.
So it's been so good.
It's been so good.
So good.
So, yeah, I'm very excited.
But yeah, pop music is back. I cannot wait for Sabrina's album. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Like she's so incredibly talented. She
Yeah.
does not get enough credit for how incredible of a singer she is. And her 2 singles are really good. They're very much like glitter gel pop music. You
Yeah,
know what I
no,
mean?
for
Like
sure.
I don't think they showcase her voice as much, except Please 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 is hard to sing. Like it doesn't sound like it would be difficult,
But it is,
it's
yeah.
pretty difficult. But so I'm really excited to see like what comes from that
What the whole album is like. That'll be interesting.
because it's a jam.
There you go.
She's so talented.
She is. Something about her just I can't like be 100% on board.
That's fine.
Like I think she's very talented.
Yeah.
Like I really do.
She's like a little Polly Pocket,
Yeah, no, for sure.
and I'm so on board with it.
I get it.
I love her.
There's just something about her I'm just not fully sold on yet, but
That's
I
fair.
do think she's very, very
No,
talented.
that's
Like
fair. Mm-hmm.
I do like her, but I'm just not quite
I'm a big fan. I like her a lot.
there. But
I like her a lot. Her Emails I Can't Send was such a good album. That was such a good album, but again, it wasn't very pop princess of her. There were a couple songs, but it was a pretty heavy album, actually. So I'm excited for like fun Sabrina.
I think that's one thing that like the pop album coming back, like pop music coming back, is I feel like there's been such a focus on heaviness and like the seriousness of an album.
And I think part of that is Taylor Swift's fault.
I agree
Because
very much.
Her music has turned into poetry.
Yes.
Which is incredible, and we love it.
We love
and we're
it.
Totally here for it.
Stand till the day I die. But
it's put an expectation on pop music that wasn't there before, like.
But it's not even pop music anymore.
Yeah,
like
no,
it's gone like a little too.
Like Midnight's was the closest to pop from her that we've had in a while.
Yeah.
And it was still pretty heavy.
It was still really heavy. I think that's one of the reasons why, even though I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is pretty, like there's a pretty,
it's a pretty poppy song.
Like there's a hefty message behind it. I feel like it like kind of reminds me of the Glitter Gel Pen Summer because it has like a lot of stuff behind it.
I agree.
And it's not taken as seriously as some of the other ones where
like a song like California Girls, which is a perfect pop girl song, like absolutely incredible song, it means nothing,
absolutely
and
nothing.
it is just for the fun, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we haven't had that, which is why I really like Espresso or Please Please Please, because they're these dumb, like silly pop songs.
See, and I think that's what we've been missing.
And that's what we've been missing.
Yeah. And I mean, I do really think it is a big fault of Taylor's that music had shifted away from that.
And I don't even know if it's Taylor's fault. More the fandom, because for a while there it was, and I mean still, it's still like, you know, a problem. Like if Taylor was the standard, where no one can do what Taylor Swift does.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, I would make the argument Olivia Rodrigo can't a little bit, but
I
think she can do what Taylor Swift did at her age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, we can talk about that later if we want to. But like where she's the standard, and like I said, like the poetry that she's writing, that's not pop girl summer. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
And so I don't know if people weren't trying or if it just wasn't.
I don't know if it
wasn't
was
landing as well with people because they were wanting Taylor Swift or expecting Taylor Swift.
I also think we're coming, you know, like we're 2024 now, and for a while there, life was just really heavy for everybody, and so like you look at that's what people related to, and I think now people are really wanting just stupid fun, and that's where I think the pop, like that pop music is like coming back because that is like something that people are like looking for again, but I don't think people have been looking for it for a long time. I think
I agree.
So I think that like, especially, you know, I mean, you look at like, again, Taylor and how where she was writing for a long time, like Midnight's came out 2022 21
2022 because she started her tour in 23.
Okay, so it came out in 2022, which was like, the pandemic was over, but
it was the first kind of normal year, but not still
really.
Wasn't normal at all.
Like I mean, I went to Europe at the beginning of the year, and I couldn't, like, I still had to wear masks on planes. I had to be vaccinated to go into places. By the end of the year, none of that was a thing anymore. So it was like a really like, what's the word, like transformational, there was just a lot going on. Transitional. That's it. It was a really big transitional year, and I feel like Midnight's was kind of that transitional like album of like coming off of like the Folklore Evermore, where it was like deep and heavy because we were all just like deep and heavy, and like transitioning to try and kind of come back into the pop realm and kind of make things lighter, but it's still deep and heavy. And I think Tortured Poets is just,
she just had a rough couple years.
It was just a whole thing. But so I don't think that album necessarily like fits into the idea of the climate of the world at the moment. But like I think where I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is taking off. I think that shows that that's kind of where people are leaning, is this like just nothing behind it pop music kind of a thing. Even though there's a lot behind the Taylor song, but
I feel like Tortured Poets was like, that proves that Tortured Poets was an album for the fans. Like it wasn't for like the
anything
radio
else.
or whatever, because that's not the direction that pop music is going right now. But it's an incredible album still.
But I think that like now, you know, people are wanting just kind of the happy-go-lucky, nothing behind it
silly,
pop music,
funny, just fun pop music.
Like,
and I'm so excited
and
for it.
I'm all for it.
I really hope Katy Perry releases an album, because I feel like if we can go back to the California Girls era of Katy Perry, that is the dream. That is so
Can she just release a deluxe version of California
or
Girls?
Just re-release it.
Re-release it?
Do a Katie's version.
I will be so
California
excited.
Girls, because that album is so good.
I like when I hear like the like the beginning, and then Snoop Snoop pops on. You're like, you are just driving with your friends, windows down.
You just know
wind blowing in your hair.
The next 2.5 minutes of your life are going to be so good.
Yeah,
so good.
It's just going to be bliss. So.
Yeah, like when we were driving to from California, we listened to this 8.5 hour long playlist. I think we talked about it in an episode, but
I'm sure we did.
It was like 2008 to 2012 was technically what it was called. Those were not the parameters, we found out. They were, but generally
speaking, that was the parameters.
But like California Girls was in that. We had a lot of Kesha in that. Like, it was just such an incredible moment in time, and I feel like we're going back a little bit to it. That. And it makes me so excited. Pop music is back.
I need TikTok.
Truthfully, such an incredible song. No song.
Your Love Is My Drug.
Your Love Is My Drug is my all-time favorite Kesha song.
It's so good.
I listened to that song for the first time in 10 years, like, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. And I, first of all, knew every word by heart because
how could you not?
Song.
Yeah.
But I was just blown away that I ever stopped listening to that song.
Because it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I love, like especially TikTok and Your Love Is My Drug. Mm-hmm. And it has to be the same year that California Girls came out, because I think it was. I was 14. So that's 2010 or something. Sounds right. And like, I just have the strongest memories of it being quite literally like the time it is right now. It's like, what, 8 o'clock at night, and so the sun's like in the lower quadrant of the sky, hasn't set, and just like sitting on the grass with my friends. Mm-hmm. Me and my friends at the time were in a big doorbell ditching war where
to be 14.
That's all we did all summer long. It was like me and 2 of my friends, and we would go doorbell ditch our guy friends, and we obviously would hang out after because there was a whole thing.
Of course.
But like, I just have memories of sitting on the grass listening to this music on my little Nokia brick that was a music player phone. So I was cool because it didn't have an iPhone, but that
was the best thing.
That was the best thing. But also at that time, I think they were on the iPhone 3. So maybe. So nobody had iPhones.
Yeah.
And so like, it's just such like a nostalgic vibe. Mm-hmm. And so it's like so nice to like
feel that
coming back again. Because like, to be 14 and have and literally your only problem is, are you going to be able to doorbell ditch those guys tonight?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
I wish that was my only concern.
I know.
But it's not. And so it's nice to have something that like makes you feel that way again.
Yeah. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's been a good year for music, and I think it's just going to get better.
Yeah, as summer continues on. Yeah. So
very exciting, very, very exciting.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
All right, so I don't know if you have been paying attention. There is one TikToker who I like. I followed her for a long time. Her name's Lily Chapman. She has been doing this whole campaign against like her snark Reddit or whatever. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who don't know, a snark Reddit is like, it's a Reddit forum where people just go and talk bad about a person kind of thing. Like, it's,
you go to snark Reddits if you want to like find out, it's like the disgruntled people you went to high school with are like, is like spilling the tea.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what your snark Reddit is. You know, so if like someone's getting divorced and you want to know the real reason why, you go to their snark Reddit.
But so she had the snark Reddit that just became like super, super toxic and like really bad, where, you know, they were doxing her address and they were
that's not cool.
Like saying terrible things about her unborn child, doxing her family, and like all these like terrible things. And so like over the last like year or so, she's like been involved with like police and lawyers and like all this kinds of stuff. So she came out with like cancel me merch kind of a thing to and did a merch drop, and then talked about this like snark culture or whatever they have. And it was just insane. There are some people on the internet who are just so absolutely unhinged.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've followed Lily for a long time, like multiple years.
Yeah.
So, like, all of these, like, things that they were talking about on the Reddit that she'd posted or whatever, like, I saw in real time.
Yeah.
And, like, saw them be posted. And, like, just the way people twist things and, like...
People are
It's
wild.
insane. Like,
It's
insane.
It's really interesting because, you know, like, I've never participated, but I've checked into a few snark Reddits in my
See,
day.
I don't. I'm not a Reddit person.
I'm not really. It's like if there's a weird celebrity divorce and like you're like,
What?
and they say something and you're like, huh, or they don't say something and you're like, what's going on? So like I've looked into it. Never in my life would I ever participate in one because I think that's insane.
Yeah.
But I think they're interesting to check in on occasionally. But you have to look at it with like the tiniest grain of salt because like people obviously are there just to like get a story made and all that kind of crap and whatever. And so, but then like just the insanity of people like.
Because I definitely think there is merit to having a place where people can talk. I mean, these people do choose to share their lives on the internet, and
yeah, I think there's plenty of like validity to having a forum like that, you know.
But like where it and they're supposed to have these moderators and rules where there's no bullying or there's no doxing or there's no like whatever, and that doesn't happen very often.
No.
But I just think it is so interesting that. The things people have time for, like,
I wish I had that much time in my day.
I had that much time to like just spend my entire life finding out. Like she's not sharing her daughter's name.
Okay.
But obviously, like, she's gotten things made that have the daughter's name on it, those kinds of things, and she's tried her best. I mean, you know, as well as she can to like keep that out of videos, but people will. Like, take it frame by frame, crop it, spin it, and they found out her daughter's name. Like, things like that is wild.
That's where it's too much.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's insane.
Or, like, she had, like, a package, like, way far back in the back of her video where any normal person wouldn't look at it, but they zoomed in, found her address. Like,
insane.
Like, it's absolutely wild.
Well, it's like insane that someone does that and then insane that someone posts it. Like, I think that's just
I just can't
wild.
imagine like hating someone that much that I'm like I'm going to put this person and their family in danger by telling millions of people
like I don't understand
their address.
That. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like that's crazy that people have that much time on their hands and care that much. Like I don't care. I go to these because I'm nosy and I'm like, what's really going on, you know? But like I don't look for their addresses. I'm not doing all that kind of. No. I just want to know, was it an amicable divorce or not? That's all I want to know.
What they're saying true?
Is what they're saying that they're going to part ways and be best friends for the rest of their life true, or is it a lie? It's always a lie, but I want to know.
But it's been interesting because a lot of people have come forward since she started like talking about this and like kind of telling their stories with snark Reddits and like all these things.
Like other influencers?
Okay. And it's just wild. Like the amount of people who, I don't know. I just like can't imagine hating someone that much where
I'm convinced that there's a lot of these people that are the same.
Oh, I believe like serial haters.
Like serial haters, like not that they're bots, but kind of just like bots that are, you know, like that's all that these people are doing. Like there's got to be some like central
where people like devote their lives to hating on
snark Reddits. Because I just think it's
just bizarre,
like wild, so insane. Bizarre. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, it's been wild, super wild.
I get that.
More TikTok news. Alex Earle was the first cover for Digital Sports Illustrated. She was like the first they released a digital version or something, and she was the first cover. And it's been interesting because people love Alex Earle. I really like Alex Earle. I think she's funny and cute. And Like, I don't know. I don't have a problem with her.
Yeah.
But some people do. But she decided that they weren't going to retouch any of her photos.
Okay.
So, like, there's, like, discoloration on her armpits or, like, things, because she has a boob job. Like, sometimes the
rippling and
the
stuff.
rippling.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, she didn't touch up the photos at all. And the internet is, like, so split on it. Because, obviously, she's skinny, she's gorgeous, like,
yeah,
all of these things, and then other people are like, oh, it's so brave of her for doing this, which I don't know. I'm on that side of it more than
that it's so brave of her to do it, or that it's like
I think good for her because she has a huge following, huge following.
Yeah,
and I get she is definitely the beauty, like the what's it called,
I don't know.
The ideal, beauty standard. She is the beauty standard. She's gorgeous. And she obviously has, lip filler and a boob job and all these things.
Yeah.
But, like, to have that big of a following and to, like, not perfect everything when you could, I think is cool. I say good for her.
Yeah.
I don't think she deserves all the...
I think, like,
for it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it deserves anything either way, kind of.
That's fair.
Like, I just don't think it matters, and I'm honestly, like, if you're worried and really comparing yourself so bad that it's causing, like, a lot of mental health things,
absolutely,
that, like, you see Alex Earl retouched and you are really upset, that's a you thing, and we need to, like, get help for that, because that's really sad.
Yeah.
So to me, I just, like, don't care when celebrities and stuff are like, I'm not gonna retouch my photos, because I'm like, retouch them if you want, like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, we know, like, we should be knowing that they're retouched, and that's very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that we as a society should already know, that if we don't and we're really
I agree.
Like,
I think
concerned,
there are a lot of people who need to touch grass because, like, they are far too involved.
Yeah.
And they can't separate their reality from the internet.
Yeah. Like, I don't think either way is, like, a great accomplishment. Like,
no, I get that.
if she retouches, like, okay, if she doesn't, is it also just, like, feeding into other people's, like, insanity kind of, that, like, like, oh, maybe the way out, because Alex Earl isn't retouched, maybe that's, like, a very plausible beauty standard for myself, and it's like, well, also, she does have a boob job, she has lip filler, she has Botox, she has all, like, there's,
I get that.
And so it's just like, I don't, like, is either one commendable?
Yeah. But also, so this cover came out right before Miami Swim Week, and so she opened the Sports Illustrated Miami Swim Week runway, and then she ended it too, and she had her sisters come out there with her. So her one sister, who's like 20-ish probably, but then her two, like, young sisters.
Nope.
And everyone was like, it's cute that, like, she included her family in this, but, like, this is Sports Illustrated Miami Week. Like, maybe not the most child-friendly place for a child.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really funny because they're just like that. Like, they're an interesting family, but I just thought it was really funny.
That's funny. That actually is really funny. There you go.
But yeah.
Some sad news for the institution of marriage. Billy Ray Cyrus and Fire Rose,
R.I.P.
they're calling it quits. They're calling it quits. Billy has filed for an annulment.
Yikes.
So it's not just a divorce. It's for fraudulent circumstances.
False pretenses.
That had he known about it before,
he would not have
married her. Yikes.
Well, so
did you think this was a long-term love match?
I did not find this to be their forever relationship.
You didn't think someone named Fire Rose,
who he met on the set of Hannah Montana when she was like 6. Yeah, I didn't see it lasting forever, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
But I think this is for the best.
Maybe
I think this is for the best.
I hope so. I hope he repairs his relationship with
his family. Because I don't think it was worth it.
I don't think. Well, obviously it wasn't because
he's getting an annulment.
He's not even getting a divorce.
He's trying to get an annulment. It's so funny.
It's so bad that if he would have known about the things he learned later, they would not have gotten married. So sad day for the institution of marriage.
Very sad, man.
That's
R.I.P. Billy and Fire.
I can't. Oh my heck. That whole family is just
wild.
Chaotic. I don't even know. But yeah. Okay, so we also, because we're about 6 months in.
We're about halfway through 2024.
We wanted to do kind of like a first half year wrapped recap or whatever of
the things.
The things
that have happened in 2024.
I don't know.
So our first category is our favorite album that has come out in 2024.
Yes.
So I decided to put Tortured Poets to the side because I think nothing will top that. Like, that's just such an incredible album.
I understand.
And I figured that's what you were gonna put.
Yeah, because I don't listen to music.
I wanted to come up with something different. So just know, it really probably is Tortured Poets, but I decided to put something else because, for sake of
discussion.
So okay. I put Guts by Olivia Rodrigo.
Amazing.
I love this album. I think it is 1,000 times better than Sour, and I loved Sour.
Yeah.
I just think it is so, so, so good. Like, this is such, like, probably the best sophomore album from an artist I've ever seen.
I get that.
Because it's just so good. I feel like she's really found her niche with the kind of early 2000s punk girl rock. You know what I mean?
Let's bring it all in. I love that.
It's so good. Like, she does such a good job. I love it.
Could you imagine her and the love of our life, Machine Gun Kelly?
Oh my! Who do we need to call? Who do we need to call to make this happen?
Could you imagine?
Oh, I love him.
What if she was on Emo Girl instead of Willow?
That's the dream. That's the dream.
I love him.
But
I love him.
I love Guts. I think it was such a great album.
Okay, that's good. I haven't listened to it.
Again, she's 6 months behind, so maybe for second half of 2024, I'll
catch up.
Listen to a couple more albums.
Probably not. No, so mine obviously I put Tortured Poets because I don't listen to music and I love the album. So that's
very fair.
That's it.
Yeah. Such a good album.
Okay, so favorite movie. That's our next category. Here's the caveat with the movie. We have not been to the movie theaters.
We haven't seen a movie.
We haven't seen like a new movie
in 2024.
So we put movies that were very recent. Like, they came out end of 23,
and we've continued to watch into 2024.
Yes.
Like, we've watched them multiple times.
Or we haven't seen them until 2024.
Yes.
So mine, I put Anyone But You, the Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell movie.
Such a good movie.
So good.
So good.
I'm obsessed with them.
It's so good. I watched it for the first time on an airplane.
It's so good.
And there was a lot of, like, talk around it. Like, some people loved it and some people hated it.
Yeah.
So I, didn't really know what to expect.
I thought I was going to hate it
going into it, but it was so cute.
So good.
I loved it.
I love Glenn Powell.
Oh my gosh.
Like, okay, have you seen his new movie that is coming out called Hitman?
Barely. Not really.
So I think it's on Netflix. It might be out now or it's coming out in the next couple days. This could be my new favorite movie. Who knows? It's a new movie this year. But it's just...
Stay tuned for the second half of 2024.
But he's a college professor who moonlights as a undercover cop, as a hitman.
I love that.
And he has, like, I think in the movie it has like 7 or 8 different disguises with different accents and fake teeth. And let me tell you,
I love him.
It's killing me. Like, it pops up on my TikTok and it's like interviews with these certain hitmen and they're like saying something and it's so incredibly funny. So I think this is gonna be a funny movie.
This is Glenn Powell's year.
Yeah.
My favorite videos right now are Jake Shane and Glenn Powell at the Aloe Gym doing Pilates. I love it so much. So funny.
I want to do Pilates with them so bad. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh my heck. They're so funny. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I put my favorite movie as Blanca because that came out end of 2023.
So good.
I Love that movie. I can just rewatch that movie. I think it was so cute and like so well done. Just such like good family friendly fun time.
Yeah,
like,
we love
such a cute
family
movie.
friendly fun time. I love
Such
that.
a cute movie. I loved it so much. We loved Timothée Chalamet. He killed
He's
it.
the best.
And I love that it was a musical. I was really concerned when I first heard it was a musical, but I loved it so much.
I loved it. It was so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm hiccups. Our favorite pop culture moment. So mine has to be J-Lo and her movie, album, documentary, and all the chaos that brought.
That was such a time to be alive.
It really was. Like, my TikTok feed was just clips from this documentary of her telling
roughing up her hair.
Her roughing up her hair.
And just a little girl with hopes and dreams.
The Vogue 76 questions, her bodega order, and
Ham and cheese on a roll. If you know, you
with a chip
know.
and an orange drink. You know. And her, what something real New Yorkers say, and I just, it was like the pinnacle of
Like
celebrity brain rot. You know what I mean? Like,
celebrity unawareness.
I just,
Like,
it was really
a lack of self-awareness.
It was such an incredible moment.
So
in time.
good. I loved it. That's a good one.
That was my favorite pop culture moment.
So mine, I had one written down, and about 4 seconds ago, I thought of my actual favorite moment, and it has to be Ryan Gosling as Beavis and Butthead on SNL.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we didn't talk about this when it happened. That skit will go down in history as top 5 funniest SNL
It's
skits
so
of
good.
all time. It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny, and it's so funny because not a single person there can keep a straight face.
Not one of them.
like
Not a single one.
not a single one, because it's perfect. Like when it pans over to them when they're sitting together for the first time. I lose it. It's so
much.
funny.
It kills me every time.
So funny.
I love it so much. Our mom has to watch it once a day because it's so funny.
It's so funny.
Like, that was such a good moment in time.
And the fact they went to
the
the
movie-
Fall Guy
movie premiere.
dressed is that so funny.
I like it really, like, to me, that is the best moment of pop culture this year.
That's a really good
like,
one.
oh my god.
That whole episode of SNL, Ryan Gosling's episode, was so funny. He could not keep it together. I think he broke every single skit.
Every single one.
But it was
The Cookie
so
Crumbles.
funny. It is so funny. If you haven't watched that episode, go watch that episode of SNL. It is like chef's kiss perfect. So
Like,
funny.
it's so, I can't get enough. Are we gonna watch it tonight?
Probably.
Okay, because
But the
So
Beavis
good.
and Butthead was so funny.
Unreal.
Like seriously top 5 favorite SNL skits of all time.
dare I say,
Maybe the number one. So
Like,
funny.
I don't know if I've ever laughed so
It
hard
was
in an SNL skit.
so
Like,
funny.
Like, it's up there with, like, Debbie Downer.
Yes.
Like, what?
Man Down by the
Man Down by the River. Those are, like, the only two, like,
So funny.
pain, like, they hurt. They're so funny.
so funny.
And then Beavis and Butthead. Like,
so funny.
those are the only ones that I can think of that
Yeah.
are that funny.
So it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah. So that's my favorite pop culture moment.
That's a very good answer.
Okay, so the next one is favorite TikTok trend so far of the year, and my favorite one has been the like sliding in with the glasses, and then
the other one appears.
I don't know the song, I can't remember it, but like
It was an old song that they brought back.
the way you are,
Yeah.
and they hit their face and the glasses pop down, the guy comes from behind, and that's my favorite TikTok trend.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
I couldn't for like a week could not stop watching those videos. Like I would just like sit there on the sound and just watch the same videos.
That's the person sliding in.
And like see, okay, well how well did they do it? Can I see where the person is coming from?
Yes.
That's yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I just put bringing back dancing. TikTok, it started as a dancing app and we moved so far away from it in not like a good way. So to come back to its roots, people are dancing on TikTok again. People are doing little dances that one person made up and then everyone's doing it. And it is made the world right again.
It's like pop music came back and so did
And
dancing.
so did TikTok dances. It's incredible.
It's a renaissance year.
It is a renaissance year.
SNL had a renaissance, TikTok dancing, and pop music.
In pop music.
That's all you need.
All right, next is our favorite moment from a press tour. So I put, during the Bridgerton press tour that's going on right now, there's one interview with Claudia Jessie, the girl who plays Francesca, I can't think of her name, and Hannah Dodd, and the girl who plays Cressida. I don't know her name at all. But anyways, they're trying to say or like remember who said what line. So they're given a line and then they have to come up with who said it. Mm-hmm. And at one point, Claudia Jessie like says a line. She turns around and like repeats it behind her, and then she goes, "Who am I talking to? I don't know." And then they like she like turns back, they guess, and they get it wrong, and she turns back, she goes, "You were no help." It was so funny. It cracked me up.
Claudia Jessie,
she's hilarious.
Is so funny.
Like, truly the best thing to come from this press tour is her. Because she's so funny.
Just like, she's so chaotic, and I love it. I love watching her and Hannah Dodd together, or her and Luke Thompson, Benedict when they're together.
They're so funny.
I love it so much. Like there were in that same set of interviews between the three of them, there was one like, oh, who would be like the most excited to go to the ball or something like that, and she's like, literally all three of us would still be sitting at home because none of us want to see people. And
she's so funny,
and I like. It kills me every time she opens her mouth because I've said this before, but like I just like her accent kills me every time.
Every single time it throws me off. She just does such a great Regency accent.
Yeah,
and
it like fits her.
It fits her really, really well.
And so you're like, so when she starts talking and she sounds like Adele, you're like,
she sounds just like Adele.
You're like,
it cracks me up every time.
That is not what I expected.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I love her. She's so funny. But that cracked me up.
So funny.
That's my favorite.
So mine, basically the whole Bridgerton press tour has been wildly
just so
amazing,
good.
So funny. But to pick a different one, we talked about it, I think 2 weeks ago, is J-Lo and Sterling K. Brown.
So funny.
Just whenever she's like, she talks about eating rice and beans, and he goes, "You from Puerto Rico?"
No way.
No way.
You grew up in the Bronx? What?
I think that's so funny.
It is so funny.
Like, that's so funny. That's killing me. So that's my favorite press tour. Besides all of Bridgerton, because
Bridgerton, it has been like cast perfectly, and everyone has such good chemistry, and they just seem like they're having such a good time.
Yeah,
that it's just fun to like watch them interact.
Because like I feel like you don't get that a lot of the time on like press junkets and stuff, because like you can kind of feel like weird vibes sometimes, and you're
like especially for like a movie or a TV show, like they spend so much time together that by the time press comes, they're usually kind of sick of each other.
Did you get that vibe with the Challengers press tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with Dune Part 2.
They were done.
I think they were just, I don't know. Well, and like, I mean, I guess Dune, a lot of them didn't interact really in the movie, so they like didn't have that camaraderie or chemistry. But anyways, I feel like Bridgerton, they just get along they genuinely enjoy each other's company so much,
and they just want to hang out.
That they're just having such a good time.
And like I feel like you don't ever see them get worn out on the press tour, where I feel like a lot of press tours, because that's all they're doing for days on end, like 10 hours a day.
I think Luke and Nicola are getting a little worn out.
I think so. They have had the most. Yeah. And like, I mean, their press tour has been something else.
It's been insane.
But like the supporting cast press tour,
they're just having a good time.
They're just out here hanging out, having fun.
Yeah.
And like, everybody keeps saying that they don't want their season because they still want to stay on the show, like as a bigger character longer. So they're like, it doesn't need to be my show. I'll stay here forever. Yeah. And so I just think it's funny, but
yeah, it's been a great press tour.
It's been so good, so good. Okay, favorite. So for the last category, we have our favorite moment of 2024. This is a hard one.
This is really hard, like
because it's been a fun.
It's been a good year. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to I feel like there's I have top 3 that I can kind of pull out.
Okay.
So. First one, my birthday was a good day. That was a really fun times. Any day I spend in Finland is my favorite day. but then also just like I like in my brain, the second the Tortured Poets Department set came on at the Eras Tour, that moment in time, one of my favorite moments of the year.
Yes.
What about you?
Definitely the concert, the Taylor Swift concert. so good.
Yeah.
Like nothing will ever top that.
That was
like,
and like we were there with our mom.
it was so fun. She's so cute.
Like,
we just love her so much. She's
was
like such
so
a good
fun.
sport. Like I just love her.
It was so fun.
So fun. My birthday was also a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. It's been a good year.
Yeah, like there's been a lot going on. We've had a lot of fun things to happen this year.
Yeah.
It's just,
So I'd probably say those two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically, basically same things, just
But just our own.
just our own day.
But yeah, it's been a good year so far.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun, and I just like I look at a lot of this stuff, and a lot of this stuff is pretty trivial, like but I just think it's just fun to reminisce, and it's been a good year. Like there's just been so much that's happened, and we're 6 months
And we're
in.
only halfway through.
Yeah,
We still got another half.
another 6.5 months, 7.
Exactly.
I don't know how many months are left in the year.
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
So, yeah, but I think that's all we got for you guys today.
Let us know what your answers to all of these different categories have been. We want to hear.
Yeah, we'll put them on our stories so we can hear.
Yeah.
So we can hear everybody's answers, because this is kind of fun.
Yeah. So go follow us on Instagram. It's just 801 Diaries Podcast. Same on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then subscribe or follow on all the streaming platforms. And
Rate, review.
YouTube. Rate, review.
Yeah.
And let us know if there's any feedback or anything.
Yeah, let us know. We're just chilling. Yeah, I think that's all we. I think that's it. I think that's everything we needed to.
Everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, we will see you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.